Hey people, hi. We're in Philippians chapter 3 today, and as you read this, you read it again and read it again, you kind of sense within the Apostle Paul an amazing sense of urgency. He has a message he's trying to communicate to people, and he's desperate that they get it. And so he uses, in this next few sections here, he uses some very graphic terminology in an endeavor to try and get the people, maybe just to get their attention, make them realize how important this stuff actually is. Now, I understand a little bit, and anybody who ever has done any preaching about that sense of desperation, and sometimes you resort to catastrophic terminology in order to make it understood or to grasp the people's attention that they will do something about it. Now, Paul is about to embark upon a couple of drastic terminological things, and this week I want to focus on just 4 of them. First of all, I must just apologize that we didn't get a devotion to you yesterday. Apologize for that, but we'll pick it up from today if that's okay. We're talking about Philippians chapter 3. This is what he says. This is desperate terminology. He says, watch out for those dogs, those men who do evil, those mutilators of the flesh. For it was we who are the circumcision, we who worship by the Spirit of God, who glory in Christ Jesus, and who put no confidence in the flesh. Now I want you to get a picture of this particular thing. Paul comes out of an incredibly legalistic background. The law was everything to him. He was a Pharisee of high recommendation. He was highly educated in issues of the law. And now he's realizing more and more the attractiveness, it's a morbid attractiveness to try and do your Christian faith on your own. And so he's looking at the law that was part of his life prior to him coming to faith in Christ. And he was saying, guys, that was like the dogs. The dirty dogs are trying to get you to go back to the old way. The dirty dogs are trying to get you to go back to self-effort and to the old ways of doing things. And he's pleading with them to live under grace and not under the law. As much as that is graphic terminology, I wonder if it's good terminology for us today. Because there seems to be, for some people, this morbid attraction to their old life. They just keep looking over their shoulders to saying, okay, I've tried this Christian thing, and it's not always as good as I thought it was going to be. Let me just go back to my old life. Now for Paul, he's warning them about the attractiveness to the law and the legalistic system of self-effort and pleasing God by obeying those law things. But there are other aspects of attractiveness as well. Think of the children of Israel, miraculously delivered from Egypt. Across the Red Sea they came into the wilderness. It wasn't long. Even after the miracle, the unbelievable miracle of the sea opening, them crossing on dry ground, and Pharaoh's army being drowned. And 4 days later, they're looking back already and saying, hey man, maybe we should just go back. And when they look to go back, they find there's no way back. The sea has closed. We can't go back to Egypt. Now that's a good thing. We need to close up on our old life. We have used terminology of burning your bridges. Once you've burnt your bridge with the old life, people, you can't go back. Burn those bridges. I remember a while back, I may have been in a sermon, we used Elisha as an example of this, and how when Elijah called him, first thing he did was he burnt his way of income, he burnt his wealth, he burnt his old relationships with the community there. Not that he made enemies of them or anything like that, but he just knew while there might be something that he could go back to, their temptation would still be there. So he burned it all, burned his plow, had a big briar place with all his oxen, he kissed his family goodbye. He left it all behind in order to fulfill the call of God upon his life. So the lesson is good for us too. I just hope today that you'll pick up on the desperate nature of the Apostle Paul. He's pleading with the people. He's saying, guys, don't go back, don't go back, don't go back. Don't even look back. Because like Lot's wife, you may turn into a pillar of salt, which is a very bitter bitter experience. There's lots of bitter Christians out there who look back at their whole life and say, hey, way back then, this is what we had, this is what we did, this is what... And people don't do that. Don't do that. There's only one way to continue in the Christian life, and that is to move forward. The only thing we get from our past is we learn from it. Learn from the mistakes that you have made. Don't go and do them again. That's stupid. That's really stupid. Learn from the blessings of the past and say, man, that was really a blessing. Let me do that again and again and again. That's the only benefit to the past, is the benefit of a quick glimpse in retrospect, and then get your eyes back to focus on the future. I hope you have a good day. The dirty dogs are out there to get you. They want you to go back. They want you to return. Don't be morbidly attracted to that junk of the past. You're going to have a great day. See you soon. Bye.